What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and it is not a surprise that people who are perpetually offended would create a workplace culture where everything has to remain positive at all times, or else people get super butthurt and all hell breaks loose.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
These days, we have taken to calling this subculture toxic positivity, and one studio that seems to have that sort of culture in spades is Bioware. You see, we have recently found out that supposedly Dragon Age the Veilguard has finally crossed the threshold for 1 million copies sold, but they are apparently furious over at Bioware at how this data was revealed to the public. Somebody leaked it, and now this is how Bioware is feeling. The thing is, there's no doubt that Bioware had grand plans to roll this announcement out through their Access Media friends. They wanted this news to reach people with the appropriate spin. This needed to be treated like a big win, but now the numbers are here, and instead of taking a fake victory lap, because let's face it, 1 million copies sold for a game of Dragon Age's pedigree and budget after 2 weeks is not a win. But now, instead of a phony victory lap, they have to take it in the tailpipe. So, the word is that Bioware is going way out of their way to find the leaker that revealed this information, and that tells you all you need to know about the priorities of this company. They don't appear to be putting any resources into figuring out why people have rejected their dog shit game. Instead, they're throwing a little tantrum. Meanwhile, gamers get to sit back and watch with a smug smile on our faces as Bioware is forced to swallow their own failures in a public and humiliating way. Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyways, let's talk about the Bioware sales data leak, because that situation has apparently completely exploded. Originally, we heard from Endymion, whose sources at Bioware informed him that Dragon Age had sold around 500,000 copies earlier last week, and that the game was being refunded at an alarming rate. Smash JT was able to corroborate that information with his own sources, but now we have an update on those numbers. Smash JT now reports that the game has finally limped across the finish line. They have finally hit 1 million copies sold of this game, but reportedly, Bioware is not taking this very well. They are not happy at all that their data is being leaked, so they are apparently putting a ton of energy into finding out who did this. And in my mind, that says a lot about this company's mindset. They put themselves in a situation where they are set to lose millions and millions of dollars on a game that comparatively few people wanted. It's a sequel to a massive franchise that should be netting them a fortune, but they cocked it up, and instead of trying to figure out why, they are more interested in figuring out who is telling people how bad it is. In other words, this is a company that is more interested in saving face than making money. But let's read this article from that Park Place, which details the situation. It says, Dragon Age the Veilguard sales have reportedly reached 1 million copies, according to an internal memo from Bioware. However, this might not be good news for the once popular RPG studio. And, just as a really quick aside, I love that they are referring to Bioware as a once popular studio. I think that is super appropriate because, let's face it, these dingleberries haven't put out anything that is actually popular in a decade. Their best days are well behind them, but let's read on. Since the Halloween release of Veilguard, there have been a striking number of leaks coming out of Bioware and EA. Independent commentators like Smash JT and Demion and former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, aka Grums, have been spilling the tea regarding abysmal sales numbers, horrible reviews, a shocking return rate, and plummeting resale value. And I'm sure you remember that we talked about that here quite a bit. The game is being refunded en masse on Steam. The retention rate for the game is very low. People aren't playing it for very long, and we've talked about how these retail stores are getting a ton of trade-ins for this game, meaning that a ton of people played this game for a week or so and then traded it in because it's absolute crap. So that right now, if you brought it into GameStop, they'd only give you $14 for a copy of this game, for a brand new game. But anyhow, reading on, the article says, according to sources close to the situation, Bioware is furious at the leaks and have launched an internal investigation to weed out whistleblowers. Dragon Age the Veilguard has failed to recover its costs, Grum said on X. It has failed, and no, holiday sales won't save it. Bioware is so angry that Dragon Age sales numbers have leaked that they are launching an internal investigation to find the leakers. However, according to Smash JT, his initial source is safe from the ire of Bioware, at least for now. I spoke with that original whistleblower after publishing that initial video, and he put me at ease that no one there knows it was him at this time, Smash JT said in a post on his official website. But the reaction from the fallout of that video speaks volumes for the atmosphere at Bioware right now. They are more concerned with silencing any whistleblowers than addressing any actual issues within the company. Much like Firewalk Studios before their ultimate demise, the toxic positivity has taken over the workplace. And that's just it with these pampered brats in the video game industry these days. They have fostered an environment where everybody all the time has to be told how brilliant they are. And if there's any information out there to the contrary, then it has to be suppressed. They can't handle adverse situations. This is the problem with coddling people too damn much. It's why when I play games with my kids, I don't hold back. When they finally someday beat me in Mario Kart, they will know it was because they earned it. Because otherwise you are left with these kinds of people. It's why these clowns are leaving Twitter and fleeing to platforms like Blue Sky. They just can't handle anyone who disagrees with them, and their instincts are not to fix problems, but to hide them. They are exactly like toddlers in this way, and I find it funny as hell to watch it all play out. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop your mockery of these jackwagons into the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.